Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Today I've got this fun little box. It's fairly simple, and as you can probably tell, it comes in two halves. Okay, so I'm going to untie the ribbon, and I haven't tried this since I made it, so we'll see exactly what happens. And then I can pull that apart. Those bits don't come off, and I can take out the cookie that is inside. So I picked these up in Lidl. That's them, and they are absolutely delicious. And I thought they'd be a nice little treat. And I've had a project pinned on Pinterest for quite some time that was a little box kind of like this. The only real similarity was this bit, this action, and the fact that the ends don't fall off. It was a German demonstrator who made it, and it was in centimetres. This is in inches, and mine is way less complicated than hers. Hers was beautifully engineered, absolutely stunning. So I will put a link to that there, and you can find that one. So her one, when you opened it like that, it had another panel there that you had to open out to reveal what was inside, and she had sort of inlaid that bit there. As I say, mine is way more simple, just like me. So I'm going to show you how to make it. I'm going to make another one, and so you know, this designer series paper is from this gorgeous pack called Unbounded Beauty. So there are lots of lovely florals in this pack, but it's not all floral, and you can see I've used this one here, and for the next one I'm going to use the opposite side, so not too flowery. My sentiment and these little flowers is from Attention Shoppers. So I've got the Just For You and this bouquet of flowers there. I fussy cut this and then remembered, oh, there's a die set with this. Yep, there's a die that fits around those flowers, so I will be fussy cutting the next one. It's not even like I like fussy cutting. And then my sentiments are just the 1 3/4 inch punch and the 2 inch circle punch. So I'm going to go ahead and make one with Petunia Pop for the outside, this designer series paper, and a Petunia Pop circle on there as well. That's an extra bit, don't need that bit. Okay, so, oh, I forgot my white bit, my basic white. So I used basic white thick card for the sort of tray that's in there, and I've made mine that is very, very loose, simply because I wanted to keep this project as simple as possible and not use 1/16 of an inch, so I'm just using 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so my tray, the card needs to measure 5 1/2 inches by 5 1/2 inches. So you'll get 2 from a sheet of A4 card and plenty left over. Okay, I've already cut these to size. I've got 2 pieces of Petunia Pop, and they each measure 5 7/8 of an inch by 4 7/8 of an inch. I've got 2 little pieces of paper, just normal copier paper, that are 2.5 inches square, and then I've got some scraps for my embellishments as well. Okay, so we'll put all of that out of the way, and I'll bring in my scoreboard and we can do the scoring for the tray and for the 2 pieces of the cover. So I'm starting with my white piece that's 5.5 by 5.5, and I am scoring this at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Easy. Next, I've got my 2 cover pieces. So on the long side, so that's 5 7/8, I'm scoring at 1 1/8, and then I'm just flipping that right the way around and 1 1/8 there as well. Okay, then on the short side, I'm doing that at 1 7/8, flip it around and 1 7/8. Okay, so you've got 2 equal bits there and a thinner bit on there. So I'll just do that again. So long side, I am doing that at 1 1/8, turn it around 1 1/8. Then on the short side, 1 7/8, turn it around 1 7/8. Put that right up in the corner, Heather. 1 7/8. Okay, scoring all done. Let me just quickly burnish all of these score lengths just to make them nice and crisp. So the original version that the German demonstrator made had a reinforced box, which made it look a little bit more complicated. I've just gone with using thick basic white card. Okay, I don't know if I'm not, didn't do it that way. There we go. Just 2 more. Alright, so now we need to do a little bit of cutting. I'll do that on the base first of all. So I'm cutting up and then just taking a little wedge out either side. And I'm going to do that on all 4 corners. And it doesn't really matter which way you do it, whether you spin it around or do the same on each side. Now, I said that was all my scoring and I forgot about my little pieces of paper, but we'll do them afterwards. So there is a bit more scoring to do. Okay, so that is my tray, and I just need to put some glue on those tabs there. Okay, so glue on the outside of that and move it to the inside on this. And give it a good press. And same again. Oops. Glue on my tab, line up the edges, and when you're happy with it, give it a good hard press. Okay, I'm going to put glue on both of these. so, and then line that up, press it down, line that up, and press it. There we go. And then if you wish to use your bone folder just to give that an extra little press right the way along those tabs. There we go. So tray ready for nice cookie. Now we need to do the covers. And again, we need to do a little bit of cutting. So on this middle section here, you're cutting straight up either side to that horizontal score line, like so, and then taking a little wedge out just to remove some of the bulk when we are folding and gluing this together. Okay, not sure I went right enough there. That's better. Same on the other side, straight up to that score line, both sides, and then a little wedge out either side. Like so. One down, one to go. Straight up, chop in, chop in. There we go, and then straight up the score line. Remove a little wedge. Right, so now we have two of those looking like that. Now, my designer series paper, I did cut it so that it flowed. Yes, it flows like that. Doesn't really matter in such an abstract pattern, but if you had something that was like a scene, then you would want to make sure that you put your two pieces in so that there's a continuous flow across. So I'm just going to add these. These two pieces measure 3 3/8 by 1 3/4. Now, ordinarily I would have a nice even border around about. I'm not with this. I'm going to try and get the top and bottom border equal, but I am lining that right up along that edge there. Okay. Happy with it? Give it a good press. Same on this one. Right up to the edge and just put these together and give that a little slide to make sure I've got it lined up like so. Okay. It's not over the edge, and that's just slightly. Okay, so we now know they're going to go that way. I want to bring this back piece forward. I'm going to put glue on the inside of this tab, top and bottom. Okay. That is going to go round there, so I've got that edge right against that bit down, that bit round, and then glue on the inside, top and bottom there, so that when you've got your designer series paper on the front, you've got all your joins at the back there. And that little tab is hidden away completely, so you've got nothing to catch on your tray on the inside because it's nice and smooth there. Okay. If I did it where I put that one down and that, then you've got that little bit there that it could catch on. That's why we're hiding it. Okay, so again, glue on the inside of that and bring it around. Get myself confused there. So this is the back, this is the front. No, don't want it that side. I want it that side. Bring the back forward, put that down. That glue's fine because I'm going to put it on this bit anyway. It's going to be glue to glue, get covered. And then bring that round. Okay. Again, you can use your bone folder to give it a squeeze. And bring that round. Make sure it's all nicely lined up. So we've got our two parts of the cover, and we have our tray with the cookie. We now need to do the decorations and also the little mechanism to make sure that that doesn't come off. And you will not believe how simple that is. So I mentioned at the start, 2 pieces of white paper that are 2.5 inches square. Bring in my scoreboard. You could do this on your paper trimmer. I just like my scoreboard. And I'm scoring that at every 1/2 inch. Okay? So that's at 1/2 inch. And I'm just going gently. 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inches. All right. Now we're just going to concertina fold these, accordion fold, whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't have to be perfect because no one will see it. Okay, so again, back, forward, back, and forward. You've got 2 little concertinas. All right, so I'm going to take that out for now. As I said, there's plenty of room in this. I've made it so that it's not too snug in all directions, because this is going to go in there, so we've got a little bit of extra room that way as well as that way. Okay, so you can decide whether you want, I think I will. I've got both of my tabs at the side there, so if I put them in there, no one's going to really see those tabs either when we pull that out. Okay, so back to the glue. On one side, I'm going to pop that on the side of the tray. And again, it does not have to be perfectly in the middle or anything like that. No one's going to see it. You just know it's there. Okay. One on there, and then a little bit of glue on that one, and pop that on there. so. Okay, so we're now like this. And then I'm going to fold it all up. I'm going to put glue along this top bit. And then I'm going to put that tray right the way in. And hold it for a moment or two. And let gravity do its thing. That'll help. Okay, so that's one side on. Then I'm putting glue on the other side of this little string. And then I'm going to put that on. Now, I want to make sure that my two halves line up as best as possible. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Give that a good press on there. How much fun's that? Pop in my little gift. And that kind of weighs that down, so it doesn't pop back and forward quite so easily. But you can still just do that. Loving it. Right, but I want to keep it closed so nobody can see what's in it. So the reason I didn't bring out that ribbon before is because I decided I would use the Pretty in Pink instead of Petunia Pop, because it's in the Designer Series paper anyway. Okay, so give myself enough to play with. And I'm doing it close to the edge there and pull it tight so that it will pull those two halves together. Pull that through like so. And then you can play around with it. I'm just going to chop this for now. Okay, and then we can think about our decorations. I will play about that bow later. Okay, so that's our box. As I say, on my original one, I've just done the Just For You. So, which colour? I think I'll go Petunia Pop. Will I go Petunia Pop? Yeah, let's do Petunia Pop. Just For You. Oh, that's juicy. Stamp that like so. Let's get that out the way before I put fingers in it. And then, so this is 1 3/4 inch circle punch. One of the online exclusive products. So you won't find it in the catalogue, but you'll find it online. And then step it up to the 2 inch circle punch. Again, online exclusive. And pop that. Pop that. Cut that. With Petunia Pop. Just going to glue those 2 circles together. Layer those up. Okay, and I know that I only want to have that, I want dimensionals on that half there. Going 3 on there. Take those backings away. I'm going to put a little dab of glue on there, and that just gives me a little bit more wiggle room to make sure that I have this exactly where I want it. Okay, yep, happy with that. Right, my little bit of decoration. I did stamp that bouquet earlier, but I don't know what I've done with it since. Oh, there it is, there. Don't need to do it again. Right, so I'm going to colour that with Stampin Blends. And I think it might be, yes, I think it is, Summer Splash that's in the background on there. So I'll use that for my wrap. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my glasses because they might help. Problem is, if you need glasses and you haven't got them on, you can't see your glasses. Anyway, never mind. I'll try. So I'm filling in the bits around about. So I stamped that in me Memento black ink. So that I can use my Stampin Blends without the black ink bleeding. A little bit in there, and now I've coloured that as a petal. Right, so wrong word. That was the light one I used. You could use this dark for a little bit of shading if you wished. And I'm going to use Pretty in Pink, Junior Pop, and that should be coloured. It's not a petal. That's it. And Peach Pie. Love all these colours together. So these are the 2024 to 2026 in colours. Right, I'm gonna finish this off and then it will be ready to die cut because I don't need to fussy cut it. Yay! And there's a tiny little bit of white still showing there. All right, so let me just line this up. I just realised I was quite far down the frame there, so sorry if you missed any of that. And I'm just going to use my die cutting machine and I'll be back with you in just a moment. That's much better than my rubbish fussy cutting. It's so much easier to do. Remember to check whether you've got dies for the stamp set. Right, so as with this one, I'm going to pop that on there. So I need dimensionals on that side. I'm going to use minis this time. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there, that side. So the glue is going to stick to that, and then we've got that like that. So last bit was to add some in colour shimmer gems. I just used the peach pie on this one, and I can use any combination I like on this one. So I will go with a summer splash. Let's go there. A petunia pop up here, and now I'll go for pink. I'll go pretty in pink. You're not gonna see that there. Nah, it'll do. And I will tidy up that ribbon. But there we go. We've got two fun little boxes that reveal the contents inside like that. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, then please do click on that subscribe button. Click the bell and get notification the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. Bye bye.